I'm glad this is an early, like a quick newscast, because I am ready to go home and get my weekend started. I'm so tired tonight.
Oh, poor guy.
So,
Dude, oh my gosh.
what?
I'm going to take care of you. I like you. You are layered in dog hair, my guy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I laid on the bed, and we put a what's called we put a sheet over it, and where the dogs can lay on there too. So
Say the bed, like your bed or the dog's bed?
no, it's our bed, but we put a sheet over it so the dogs can't get our bed dirty. So
Dude, does this hair like ever clog up the washer?
no,
Really?
no, it doesn't. So Cameron's taking care of me back there, guys.
Golly, dude.
I got some dog hair on me. And we go, of course, at my house. You come to my house, and that's just all part of it. You're gonna get a little hair on you because we got dogs. So, and
I'm like a butler.
did you get it all off?
Yeah, I did now. Dude, I mean, your back was layered with it.
Thank you, I appreciate it, Cameron. So anyway, see, that's where it pays to have good people that work for you because they'll do stuff like that for you. When you got dog hair on your back, they'll get the roller out and they'll roll it off of you. So.
Don't get crazy now.
So that's a good coworker right there, Cameron. You're gonna go far. You're gonna go
Because I
far.
wiped some dog hair off your back.
You're gonna go far in life. So
It all it takes wiping dog hair off someone's back, and next thing you know, you're going far in life.
yes.
It's that easy.
How do I get that? There it is. All right. Just had to put that on there. So all right. Well, y'all make sure to ask your questions. I know it's Friday night. It's a 9:20. I know it is, and I know that a lot of people on Friday nights go out to dinner, or they're doing whatever, unwinding, getting ready for the weekend or whatnot. And here we are, we're working. That's there's Cameron, there's perks with this job, and then there's the parts of the job that you're like, yeah, I wish it was a little different. So the good thing about our job is, or my job anyway, is I don't have to come into work until the afternoon. So that means there's never an early wake up call for me. Their alarm clock never wakes me up.
Well, for you,
I'm talking about for me. But the part about it that this kind if there is a part about it that's a little bit of a drag is, Friday nights 10 o'clock, you're ready to start your weekend. Everybody else is doing their weekend, and you're having to work. So
I mean, shoot, 6 o'clock. Everyone's weekend starting, and you're still here. You're only halfway through.
that's true. That's true. So, but I mean, our job is never hard unless there's severe weather going on or.
Hey, man, it's not hard. It's just
To
it's
me,
tiring.
to me, when there's severe weather going on, if it's like legitimate, like real severe weather, it can be fun.
Yeah, and but it can also be stressful. And like I said, it's some of the best sleep I'll get is after after like severe weather coverage.
See, I can't go to sleep. I can't unwind. I can't turn my mind off. So what happens in that instance is I can't sleep whenever that happens. So
See, like especially with storm chasing, because like I've told you, it's that constant rush of adrenaline. Then once it's over, and it crashes hard. And you get home, you just jump out of bed. I think I started a new tradition accidentally here after storm chasing, because typically, I don't get back here till pretty late, especially depending on how far I have to go out and all that.
yeah.
And so I'm scrambling to find dinner. But I think I accidentally started a tradition last year where I end up getting Whataburger after storm chase.
Oh, man, that's the best. That's what me too. Whenever I cover severe weather and I have to go home late at night, the only thing that's open still is Whataburger. So I stop there and I get a number one. I get the Whataburger meal with a large sweet tea. I love their spicy ketchup.
See, I'm not a ketchup fan.
I love their spicy ketchup, man, especially their salty fries. I had Chick-fil-A for dinner tonight.
Are you hungry yet?
Yeah, I'm starting to get there. Chick-fil-A never fills me up. My wife said, I came in there with Chick-fil-A, and Kelly says, "Why did you buy Chick-fil-A? This never fills you up." I was like, "Well, I'm not super hungry tonight, but now I am hungry. I'm also very tired. I have no reason at all to be tired. I ain't done nothing today. I know that wasn't grammatically correct, but I ain't done nothing today."
I kind of said the same thing at like 7 o'clock today, like 7 p.m. And it's like, I'm tired. I don't know why I'm tired. I have no reason to be tired, but I'm tired.
I don't know. I mean, a couple of weeks ago when I'm in Italy, I mean, it was go, 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 go. And I had more energy then than I do now. I wasn't nearly as tired as I am now.
Maybe you need to get back on your energy drinks.
No, I can't do that. Those things make me feel bad. So, but yeah, Stephen Hawk there. That Stephen Hawk. That's kind of like the little guy that was in the dude that was in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
He passed away a long time ago.
I mean, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but
But
anyway.
he was Stephen Hawking, though.
That's right. That's right. So he says it feels like we're in a dome. We are. I believe we are. You know, I mean, we have a dome of high pressure. It seems like Cameron, it seems like we always have a dome of high pressure over us.
Yeah, I agree.
I ain't, Judy. That's right. I ain't.
Why are your shoes off? Why do you always take your shoes off when you get here?
Because I just wanted to take my shoes off.
You're weird.
I ain't, dude, you're the weirdo.
I've never met someone walks into work and they just pop their shoes off once they sit
Well, I
down.
like to get comfy. This is like being at home. I like to get comfy.
It's a good thing your socks don't stink.
No, I don't. My feet don't stink too bad. So today I get a text message from my cousin. I'm not going to say his name or her name or the person's name. And they said they sent me what's up there, LM. This I guess it was a TikTok or a real video or something of about how the government's controlling our weather with HAARP. Do you know what that is? What is HAARP?
I don't know what it stands
that?
for. I have no idea what it stands for. But I just call it HARP.
But a lot of people believe that whatever it is, that's how they're controlling the weather. So I would like to discuss with you for a minute. Let's just go. Let's take this from the outside looking in. Let's throw all the education that we have out the window about meteorology. Let's throw all of the logical sense that we can make about the weather out the window, and let's pretend that these people are right. How would the government do that? How could you possibly control the weather?
I wish I knew. I wish I could understand how you can just put a hurricane on a string like people think you can and pull wherever you want to pull or make it intensify. I really don't know. Based off the science that we know about weather and hurricanes, all that type of stuff, I don't know how. I physically don't know how you would do that. I don't know how. I really don't know.
But if that's our train of thought, then we're in cahoots with the government for doing this, right?
Well, I haven't seen no money from the government.
No, I'm still waiting for my paycheck. But obviously, if we're doing this, then we had to have gotten some type of knowledge from it somewhere.
What do you mean?
Of how the government controls the weather.
Right. I mean, they send us a script every day.
So I mean, I'm trying to think. So weather is really the weather's dictated by basically atmospheric pressure.
Yeah.
And how do you get pressure? You get pressure with the Coriolis effect. The spin of the Earth is how you generate pressure. Low pressure is area of less gravity. Higher pressure is areas of more gravity. So I'm trying to think. You'd have to do some altering of the spin of the Earth for starters to be able to generate that. And you'd have to be able to generate water vapor, of course. I mean, not just even just the smallest of drops. You'd have to be able to generate a lot of water.
I'm just trying
vapor.
to think. Like, I really am right now, like running through my head how you could possibly do it. Because, like I said, yes, you need water vapor, but you need a lot of it because, in terms of weather, hurricanes are very, very large scale. They are large systems, and like I don't see a way that you just intensify a hurricane like that.
Well, you could theoretically, if you've invented a machine large enough to create a lot of heat, you could aim it at the ocean, because the water vapor is just basically evaporated water, right?
Right.
You evaporate the water.
Right.
But you have to get that and disperse it in the atmosphere.
But if you're talking about heating up water to turn the water vapor, you have to turn the water to boiling hot. Right.
Well, I mean, the sun doesn't do that.
I know, like I'm saying, but like I'm just saying, like, how warm would you turn that water?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, the Gulf of Mexico is probably the number one source of moisture for us.
Yeah.
So it's basically a boiling pot when those temperatures get really, really warm. But you even have water vapor even in the wintertime as well, though.
Right.
So I don't necessarily think you'd have to have it super, super hot to do that, but you'd have to have a way to generate that moisture down there. You have to have, and then you have to make a big pool of it too. Then you got to create storm systems. You got to be able to also, come up with contrasts and temperatures to help those storm systems direct. You got to be able to influence the wind. So it would be whoever developed all of that is they got to be some type of a brilliant. I mean, I'm talking about a brilliant engineer to be able to do that.
Would that, to some degree, I don't say break the laws of physics, but I mean, would it?
I don't know.
I don't know, like, because when it comes to weather, you're looking at such a large area. Like, how do you reasonably control a large area like that?
Well, somebody, a politician, tweeted yesterday or today or sometime that, of course, the government can control the weather. Don't let them lie to you. So this particular individual says that the government actually, you know, targeted the Carolinas and those areas, and the conspiracy theory out there is because it's a Republican stronghold, and they wanted to eliminate that. I mean, I do believe that that could perhaps impact the vote, but it's impossible. And folks, I'm telling you,
Well,
it is impossible to do that for anybody outside of the good Lord Himself to be able to do that.
Well, I mean, I think one thing that like sits in my head is ultimately I feel like it almost like causes some distrust from like people like you and me to the general public.
Well, I mean, my aunts and uncles and my family, they think that we're in on it all. And they think that, like I say, and so my cousin tells me, he says, well, I don't think government controls the weather, but I do think that that chemtrails are the government's way of making everybody sick. So what chemtrails are, and whenever I told him when I told him exactly what they are, he told me that was a government answer. So chemtrails are created two ways. They're high atmospheric. It's basically, there's got to be a little water vapor up there. High atmospheric moisture is what it is. And a jet plane itself can create a contrail. And there's a lot of jets that travel. You don't even see them. There's a bunch of them up there. But what most people wind up seeing, especially the ones who think that the government's producing chemtrails to alter weather patterns, is that you're seeing high altitude cirrus clouds, and oftentimes they're streaky, and they create like jet contrails because the upper level jet creates that.
Yeah.
It's a strong upper level winds and how it all lines up, and oftentimes you see that type of a weather pattern, a cloud pattern that precede a storm system, and then it rains. So that's what you're seeing. It isn't the government. I just believe that that things like TikTok and whatever have just made us just dumber as a society.
I agree with that. And what's scary? Things like ChatGPT, that's where they pull the information from.
What? I thought ChatGPT was AI driven.
It is.
Where does it get its information from?
The internet. So what's on the internet, to say like that example, if that's what's on the internet, that's what it's pulling from.
Well, I haven't
That's one of the downsides of AI, is that like things like ChatGPT, it pulls from the internet, and what's on the internet, it's not always true. But if that's the data source that has a pull from, you're going to get what's on the internet.
Well, we've lost viewers too. I guess a lot of people disagreed with us. They don't want to hear people don't want to hear what the actual truth is. They love to believe in their conspiracy theories. They just let me and let me tell you, it is fun. I mean, if I get on Twitter, or I guess X, there are going to be so many. I mean, of course, the number one thing you see on this is just a bunch of. I mean, it's all political stuff. Everything on here is political. You've got the left and the right. I mean, the left.
I think it's a big part of why when I came out here, when I started out, I used Twitter like nobody's business, and I still use Twitter a good amount, but I've pulled back. I think part of it's just because it seems like Twitter is nothing more than a giant political.
It's become that way.
Like it's all I feel like all I see is politics, and
like I like Twitter for when we have weather events coming in, because you get a lot of I mean, it's there before it's anywhere else. I like man, we're down to 7 people. I'm telling you, we pissed a bunch of people off. We did. We pissed a bunch of people off. So they left us. Well, I mean, I'm not trying to make you mad. I'm just trying to tell you the truth. I mean, I'm honest. I'm telling you, I'm being honest here. I'm not being a Republican. I'm not being a Democrat. This is not a political post at all. This is just what's real. This is what's real. I'm telling you what is real. Funny. This is somebody here. Funny how what conspiracies have come true. Name one conspiracy that's come true. Well, if the government's controlling weather, then why don't they suck up tornadoes in some sort of vacuum and break it down? I mean, you would think so, but the conspiracy theorists say that the government's doing that to try to wipe out the population. And I do not believe, and I'm not a fan of the whole cloud seeding. They say that it works. They tried it here in Wichita Falls years ago, and it didn't work. It did not work. It was a waste of money. And I even told the city it was a waste of money. It did not work. What led us to get out of the drought was we had a freak weather event that happened overnight. Had nothing to do with cloud seeding. It happened overnight, and we got out of the drought. It's a big rain event that hit, and the planes weren't even in the air at that time. But anyway,
I think you got a little frustrated there.
I mean, seriously though, what conspiracy? Tell me what conspiracy theories are true. Whatever, what happens. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm all ears. If you can prove one to me, I'll believe you. I mean, I will. I'm all ears. Now, I do believe that there's conspiracies with the JFK assassination. I believe in conspiracy theories there. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I do believe that there's more to that than we know.
Yeah.
I think that I don't know what to think about all the assassination stuff with the former president. There's a lot going on with that right now too, and I don't know that we know if that could be just random people or if it's the mob put it out. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
I mean, there's always, we work in news. There's always angles to everything, and it just depends on how they want to spin the angle.
Well, I have to have, myself. I mean, there are some things that you cannot see that you're going to believe. Okay,
yeah.
But when it comes to things like this, I have to seeing is believing. I have to if they are controlling the weather or whatnot, I need to see so my brain can make sense of it, because nothing that there is no. There's no way that I can make sense of anything like that. Now, one thing my wife did, my wife's a bit of a conspiracy. She loves conspiracy theories. She doesn't necessarily believe them, but she does love them. And she says that the BlackRock, which, I don't know much about BlackRock. I think it's a pharmaceutical company or some type of a big company or something.
I know I've heard the name. That's really bad.
I don't really know what they are, but another conspiracy theory out there is there's a lot of they were wanting to buy a lot of lithium, and a lot of lithium is in that area, and the people wouldn't sell their homes and move out. And so when the hurricane came along, they took somebody from BlackRock took advantage of the situation and went in there and knocked the caused it hit a dam or something and caused it to bust, and the water all ran out. I told Kelly, I was like, Kelly, there was a tremendous amount of water that's rushing down from all of those hills. That's a bowl. It's only got one spot to go, and that's the little streams and rivers. That was a disaster waiting to happen. So it had nothing. I don't believe that happened. So, like I say, I know we've made a lot of people mad here, and and that's not that certainly isn't my intention here. I'm giving you my point of view. If you have a point of view that you want to share with me that you can prove, then I'll gladly listen to you. I'm not really here to debate you. I'm just trying to
educate.
I'm trying to educate. That's what my number one priority is. I'm sure Richard wouldn't be too happy about this probably. So, but this is Weather After Dark, and that's what this is all about here. It's for fun, and and I'm not being political. I promise you, I'm not here. It's just there's just so much false information going on, and I don't know whether to believe this or not either. I mean, but Elon Musk says that FEMA's blocking a lot of the the supplies trying to get into North Carolina.
That's news to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen any confirmation on that, but a lot of people on X are saying that that's happening. So, but again, I don't know that to be true. I'd have to see it firsthand to believe it. So,
that was entertaining.
Well, I mean, it's a good conversation piece, is what it is, and I believe that we can have those conversations. Because in the news business, we're about spitting out facts and spitting out what we know. Yeah. In the news business, you're supposed to credit sources. It didn't happen unless the police say it happened. It didn't happen unless the government officials said it happened. Or if let's say you're out doing an interview with somebody, and Joe Blow says this happens. You have to quote Joe Blow for saying what he said. The news isn't giving you the opinion. We're just quoting and giving you what people are telling us.
Well, that's like, when it comes to like breaking news and stuff, it's, you can ask the people around what happened, but we don't. We only talk about what the police tell us.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you're supposed to. I mean, like for instance, if there's a wreck out there somewhere, and you got fatalities, you number one, you don't get on news and show the car and all that kind of stuff, until the family knows about it. And even then, it's not classy to show the car. And I don't think we do that, but we'll show like the ambulance, we'll show like the flashing lights and stuff is what we do. But you don't name names, or you don't confirm that there's been somebody hurt or somebody killed in a wreck. You just basically say, we don't, no word on injuries unless you have confirmation from a credible source. And in this instance, it wouldn't be the public; it would be law enforcement. The police officers say that so and so was hurt in this wreck. So that's how that's supposed to happen. So, yeah, it's all about facts in the news. And then the national media might be a little bit different. I feel like they're, and you do know, if you watch any of them, they have opinion pieces. They have, CNN has them, Fox has them, and they will be, a lot of that is politicized. That's very politicized there. But I mean, that's kind of what they're shooting for in those instances. That's not actual, those are opinions. They're not news.
Yeah.
So, I mean, local news isn't going to do that. We're not going to have an opinion piece. Local news doesn't have that. So, people oftentimes ask me, why is it that you say that there's going to be bad weather tomorrow, but the Storm Prediction Center doesn't have us in a risk outlook? People want to know why I do that. Well, in weather, we're a little bit different because this is a science. And some weather people will not go against the grain. And as a matter of fact, most weather markets most TV stations you look at, and even the people on YouTube as well, they're going to go verbatim with whatever the weather service says. They're not going to default from it any. They're going to keep whatever said. And most weathercasts are going to look the exact same. I mean, they're going to show temperatures. They're going to show a futurecast, and they're going to show forecasted temperatures for tomorrow, Storm Prediction Center outlook. Maybe if there's radar on the radar, they'll show radar, and then they'll go to the 7-day forecast or whatever it is they show. The reason why I do it the way that I do it is I just feel like that you can get that information anywhere you want to. But I want to give my viewers a little bit more, because the Storm Prediction Center is going to err on the side of caution. I'm going to be a little more aggressive when it comes to some of this stuff.
The Storm Prediction Center is also forecasting for like the entirety of the country. So I feel like they can't hyper focus on our area like we can.
And I'm not saying they do a bad job, because they don't. They do a good job. But oftentimes our outlook will be almost the same, but sometimes it'll be a little different, because we might see something that we say, well, we feel like that this is going to happen, so I'm going to go ahead and up the risk over in this area here, or add a risk over in this area. And what happens is, most of the time when the new outlooks come out, they match whatever we did the night before.
Well, so that's like, I saw a thing, I texted you about a week ago, and it was someone on Twitter saying about how, is it basically saying, should your local TV meteorologist be allowed to go against government-issued forecasts?
I think so, yes. I 100% think so, yeah.
And it was like a 50-50 split. Some people were saying, no, it causes too much confusion. And some people were saying, yes, they're a meteorologist. They are their own forecaster.
I do understand the arguments on both sides of that. I mean, I understand the confusion. Okay, right. I get it. Well, if the Hurricane Center has a track over here, but why do you have it over here? But as a meteorologist, I don't want anybody telling me what I have to forecast, because I have certain things that I look at that are signals to me that will sway my forecast. And not one, because that person that's given the forecast, don't get me wrong, they're good at what they're doing, but that's their opinion. I have a different opinion.
And it's like, let's be honest, you've been here since what, 2008?
I've been here too long. Been here a long time.
Long time. But my point is, the area, the weather patterns, what to look for.
I don't always get them right. Sometimes I do get them wrong. I'm not perfect. Weather's not an exact science. I do get them wrong sometimes. Especially one of the hardest things to forecast is these MCS things that come through, especially over into June. You'll look like we're going to get smashed, and we don't get a drop of rain out of them. And Wichita Falls, for whatever reason, seems to be the most difficult place in the world to forecast weather. We can't sometimes buy rain here. I mean, it'll rain. I've literally, and it's nothing to do with government weather control. It's not the windmills or the wind farms. It's
Or the
not
radars,
it's
the
not the
radars.
radars. It's not the Red River. It's just how things come together in the location. It's the location is what it is. It's just the way storm systems line up and the way things go. It looks like it's going to get us and it goes around us and it reforms to the east. So that's just how it goes, you know? So, and I have reasons for that. We actually have a winter weather. Yeah, we're doing a winter weather show coming up here in October, at the end of October. It's going to be, it's kind of like our severe weather show. But it'll be for winter weather. I know we don't get a lot of winter weather here, but we do get it sometimes. And when we do get it, it creates a big mess and a big problem. So we're doing the types of winter weather that we get here and all that kind of like it's the same thing we do with our severe weather show. It's going to be, I think we're airing at the end of this month, I believe.
Yeah, like right at the end of the month. Not Halloween, but like right around. I think it's the 28th, I believe.
Yeah, we didn't get any winter weather last year, but the year before last, we got some. So,
well, I mean, keep it up the way it's going. We might be swimming on Christmas.
So it seems, man. It's just, and Cameron, I'm just as upset as everybody else about it. You know, I mean, typically by now we'll still see a 90 here or there, but it's not like every day on my 7-day forecast for the last couple of days has 90s in it.
Well, I say that's like, going to football today. It didn't feel like I was going to football in October. It felt like I was going to football on opening day.
Yeah. And then if you look at the, oh shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. I do that quite a bit.
Yeah, you do. Looking at long-term models, you kind of sound like you were swaying towards the overall weather pattern.
No, I wasn't going to say that. I don't remember what I was going to say. I done had a brain fart, everybody. I forgot.
He gets them all the time.
I do. I'll just be thinking about something and I'll go away and I can't remember it. It's like I'm searching for it, but I can't find it. Yeah. Well, this weather after dark's been a fun one tonight, and I really thought it was going to be lame because I came in here tired.
Yeah, normally I kind of have to bring the energy, but I think tonight you brought it.
I couldn't stop talking, but it's just something that's on my mind. Oh, listen, I love my family dearly. I mean, they're great people. They really are. They're great people. They're very successful people. They're great people. These are educated folks. They're very, very good, have very successful businesses, but they tend to believe things that. I don't know. Maybe it's just fun to believe them. I don't know. Maybe it's just fun to believe conspiracy theories. I mean, some people find it fun to believe in ghosts or find it fun to believe in UFOs. I think that stuff's interesting. I think it's fun. That don't necessarily mean that I believe in it. I think I'd have to really see it to believe it. I did have some paranormal experiences when I was a kid, but I never saw a ghost, but I heard what might have been a ghost.
I kind of want to create a conspiracy in town.
What's that?
I want to go get a Bigfoot costume and then run throughout town every once in a while and then make people think Bigfoot's in Wichita Falls.
That would be a really funny, and I think it'd be a great. It would get if you did that on like consistently. It would be on Facebook, and I mean, it would just be at Branson Rays, and it would be on, and it would be on YouTube. It'd just be something funny and fun. I would love to see you do that. I think it'd be great. I'd be there filming it. Hey, look, it's Bigfoot.
But you gotta make sure you turn the quality on the camera down really low.
It has to be down, yeah. So.
Turn it down so and then make sure it's shaking a lot so you can't get a steady picture.
Right. Yeah. Maybe
be really, really far away.
Maybe do it kind of like at dusk. All you can see is just a little blur running around.
Yeah.
I can see the headlines now, and it would be a national news headline. Bigfoot spotted in Wichita Falls, Texas.
I think it'd be so funny.
I think it'd be great, man. I'm all for it. I think you should do it. What are you dressing up as for Halloween this year?
Dude, I don't know. Well, Halloween's on a Thursday, and that's kind of lame. I mean, I didn't dress up. Did I dress up last year? No.
Yeah, you came to work. You dressed up as
Did I?
Yeah, you dressed. Remember, you dressed up as something.
No, I don't think I did.
I thought you did.
No, I don't think so. Did I dress up on Halloween last year, Kyrie? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
I know Jaden did.
No.
No?
I remember you doing the whole entire scary movie.
Well, maybe I'm thinking of Jaden.
Yeah, Jaden did the cloud with the green leggings.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, that's great. I got to get dressed, man. It's almost news time, so I got to get dressed. But I do.
Are you awake now?
I'm awake now. This is how it happens. Almost every single day, I go home on my dinner break. I eat something and I get super sleepy.
Ooh,
and I come back, and I wake up, and now I'm going to go home and can't go to sleep.
Hear me out. You said you were hungry. I think you should bring back an old tradition. You should go to Market Street tonight and get some ice cream.
I went last night, buddy.
Oh.
And got ice cream.
What'd you get? Bluebell?
I got it was
Tillamook?
yes, and it's just a small thing of it, vanilla. But get this, I bought some hot fudge to put on it and some shell.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so good. What's up, Becky? What's up? Yes.
Are you just gonna like overlook that?
Hey, is this your kinfolk here?
Yeah.
Becky Lindsay?
Yes.
Who is that? Your
My
mom?
mom.
That's your mom? Oh, hi mom. Looking forward to meeting you in a couple of weeks here when you come to Wichita.
There's so much to do here.
I hope that the weather will be cooler for you when you get here because it's hot right now.
I don't know how it's been in Kentucky.
So,
I think it's been decent up there.
see, I wish my mom won't jump. I'd love for my mom to jump on here, but she doesn't even know. I tell her we did this thing called weather after. What is that? What's weather after dark? My mom's getting a little bit older and she's not as sharp as she used to be.
You know, I've been mad at my mom because she hasn't texted me in a couple of days, and I've been texting her.
I talk to my mother. I talk to my mom, or my mom or my dad, mostly my mom, every single day. There's never a day that I don't talk to them.
Well, my mom hasn't texted me back in a couple of days.
Becky, you're fired. You're fired. That's all I got to say. You're fired. So,
Oh, so who's going to replace Cam?
I'm my own self.
Cam's just going to be an orphan.
At 24. I don't know how that works. Is there a legal process?
I'll adopt you, man. It's a two-way street. But see, he said he texted you and you didn't text him back.
I can take a screenshot. There's multiple texts.
So we've been talking about proof and being able to prove things. Cameron can prove it. You can't.
Unless she thinks she's been texting back but hasn't.
See, my mom will do that. And my mom just forgets. I think she's getting a little senile. She'll be like, she really is. I mean, she'll tell me something and the next minute tell me the same thing again. I worry about her. Honestly, I do. Mom, I texted you that earlier. You did? I don't remember that.
5 minutes still got in.
You gotta get dressed soon, dude.
Yeah, I got to go. It's 10 minutes. So, hey guys, thanks for joining us here. We had a great week of Weather After Dark. Had a lot of fun tonight. And seriously,
you had a lot of
seriously, I was not. I had no intentions of hurting anybody's feelings, making anybody mad. We were just having fun. That's all we were doing. So, please don't stop watching me.